Hey guys, this is Dr. Scott Graves with TotalGutTransformation.com. There is one super specific thing that you should never consume when you're eating food. When you go to a restaurant today, every single restaurant, what they normally put in front of you is they put ice cold water. Now, if you think about this in our history, having ice is something that's a recent phenomena. We've never had technology before, I think, 100 or 150 years ago, where we actually had refrigeration and were able to make ice, unless you, of course, lived in some really cold Arctic place. And so when we consider that that's a modern phenomena, it points us in the direction of something that we should never consume when we're eating food. Therefore, the thing that you should never consume when you are eating is cold water. In Chinese medicine, the stomach is seen as this cauldron of fire, and this fire needs to be hot in order for good digestion to take place. So if we need a hot fire, what's the very worst thing to put on a hot fire? Something that's ice cold. When you do this, it dilutes your digestive capacity and also significantly impairs how you're able to digest your food. So whether it's ice cold water or whether it's a cold alcoholic drink, that makes it even worse, or even a soda that's cold, that's also sugar and alcohol, which are super inflammatory. You should never consume cold things when you're eating a meal. The most important part of your digestive system is hydrochloric acid that's found in your stomach. And when you consume cold water, it's going to dilute hydrochloric acid's effect on your digestive system. And not only that, when you consume something that's cold, cold generally tends to slow things down and impair function. So these are some of the reasons why you should never have cold drinks with a meal, because they severely dilute your digestive capacity and they really slow things down. When you go to a traditional Chinese restaurant, what they usually serve before a meal is actually a small amount of hot tea. And this can actually support your digestion because it's hot. So if you're having a little bit of hot tea before a meal, that's perfectly acceptable. If you do need to have something to consume with a meal, I highly recommend having room temperature water with some squeezed lemon into it. Lemon really does help the production of hydrochloric acid, and it's also really soothing for your digestive tract. But I wouldn't recommend consuming much more than, say, 4 to 8 ounces of liquids during a meal. When you are eating a meal, most people consume and chew their food not at all. They eat their food so fast. And what I found to be true is that if you eat mindfully and you make sure that you chew every single bite like 20 to 40 times, what happens is it stimulates the amount of saliva that you use, which will actually allow for the safe passage of food down into the stomach. And you won't have to drink nearly as much water in order to get your food down if you chew mindfully and you chew slowly. And this is also really important for digestion too, because you have in your mouth a gland that emits amylase, which helps to break down all of the carbohydrates that you consume. So make sure you chew your food excessively before swallowing, and this will really help your digestive function. Other than that, I would recommend having water either a half an hour before or a half an hour after consuming a meal. And this is one of the best practices that I've seen in terms of helping your food to break down. I am really passionate about helping people have healthy digestion. And that's why I've created a 3-part video series that's absolutely free about how you can heal your digestion as well. So if you go to TotalGutTransformation.com/free and input your first name and your email address, we'll go ahead and send out that free series to you. If you found this video to be helpful, please like it, share it, and also subscribe to our channel. Thanks so much for watching.